and welcome to ProBody Talks. Today's guest is the most amazing, inspirational Wonder Woman, empowering Superwoman, Michelle Gaynes. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, hi, darling. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very good. Thank you for joining me. Before I'm going to start our chat today, I want to introduce you to everyone. Other than being my friend, for me, you're an absolute inspiration. You are one of the best health and fitness professionals I met. You're a pro bodybuilding champion, entrepreneur, the most confident woman I met, and every single time I see you, you empowered me, you give me such amazing positive vibes. So I don't even have more words of like positive words to introduce you. So thank you for accepting to join me today.
Thank
How's
you.
things? How's things? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just in the middle of updating my website and doing all these crazy things as we all do, and training people and writing blogs, and
Wow,
I'm
pretty
just,
busy all the time.
you know how it is. You know how it is.
Exactly. Well, thank you for making time and being with me today. Today's subject for everyone will be confidence, and I thought there was like no better person than you to talk about this, because this is what you inspire me and everyone. When I see you, I see like a very, very strong human being, strong woman, very confident woman. So I want you to share a little bit of your tips of like just being like this or becoming like this, and how maybe how other women can take this route in life.
Okay. Well, for me, confidence is all about self-belief. And people misconstrue this with self-esteem, but self-esteem is very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
Self-esteem is more about the value and how much you place in terms of worthiness on yourself and how much you value yourself, whereby confidence is more about self-belief. It really is. And it takes a while for you to be able to nurture confidence in a way which can, I would say, productive.
And so have you always been like this ever since you know yourself, or you feel like you became like this? Because there's certain people that I meet, even like kids, they're very confident from the moment you meet them, or other people that just encounter different situations in life that maybe makes them stronger, more confident, or more. So is this something you were born with or something you achieved?
I was blessed to be brought up by a very strong, my mum was is still a very strong woman. And she instilled it in us, especially with me being I'm the youngest, I'm the only girl. And it was like, you need to be strong, you need to be confident, you need to be sure, And it was something that was I guess, I grew up with. And it was a view that there's nothing, we can do anything, we can achieve anything we want to, as long as you believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
And so from a very young age, that was kind of drilled into me. And I think you go through phases when you're growing up where you're discovering yourself, and you might gain extra confidence when you find you're really good at something, perhaps maybe sport or some sort of aspect or topic or something that you develop a passion for. And as long as you have the right people around you, you can be encouraged to excel with that. And therefore, confidence also comes with it. You develop it. And it's developed over time.
It's so amazing just to be brought up like this, to have this from your generation, from your parents. It makes such a big difference on the way you develop after or excel, as you said. It's like, it's like that kick start that maybe most of people need, but they don't necessarily receive it from an early age.
I agree. I think alongside that, I think it's fair to say my mum was, despite being one of the strongest women I know, she's a very earthy, down to earth woman, and she always made us be aware of the fact that with this confidence that you develop and you can believe in yourself, it's very important to remain humble. And
that's the big thing out there. Real confidence is associated with humbleness and not with arrogance or with like cockiness or things like that.
I always tell a lot of people that arrogance is, confidence and arrogance. There's a fine line.
Absolutely.
confidence is when you believe in yourself and you know that you can deliver. Arrogance is when you're believing in yourself and you're saying what you like, but you can't really deliver.
That's awesome.
And so there's a big So there's a big difference between the two. And one of the things I was always brought up in being, it was to remain humble. You know, if you're going to excel, you're going to be confident. You know, learn your craft. Be amazing at it. Because with that, confidence will grow. You will progress. You will develop. And it also shapes. It's a massive part of your personality. It's a massive part of personality.
And this is great, and this is one of the things that struck me when I first met you, that you're such an amazing, humble, down-to-earth person, at the same time inspirational, motivational, and always taking time to talk to everyone, supportive, and wow, she's one of a kind. She's that rare breed that you can barely find in this world, and shining the light all the time. So that's absolutely amazing. But I want people to hear a little bit more about your story, because I know that you didn't do fitness bodybuilding all the time. So can you take me a little bit through your journey from what you were doing before on a professional level, and then moving into fitness and bodybuilding?
Well, I mean, I'm one of the oldest women on the circuit and in the industry, but if I had
looking like the youngest.
What can I say? But if I had to rewind my story right the way back to when I was in my teens, and probably even before then, I became involved in sport. I excelled, in sport. Gymnastics was my thing originally. Went to build, and then, played all these sports at school level. And it was while I was around about between sort of 17, I wanted to venture more into the fitness industry. And back in those days, it was very much like a Jane Fonda orientated, card orientated business. That's where I really started. I really got into aerobics like that. I loved it. I loved the way it made me feel. I started to collect certifications and qualifications back in the early 90s. Okay. Alongside that, I had many different professions, so to speak. I've worked within the travel industry. I was once an air stewardess for many, many, many years.
Wow, that's awesome. So you've been flying all over the world. Wow. And
obviously I had my daughter in 90, and wanted to sort of spend more time at home. And whilst all of these things were happening in my life, and career-wise I was making all these transitions and changes, I was still teaching, and I was still excelling and pushing forward in the fitness industry. So fitness has always been there for me. So I got into investments. I was working for a big major American investment corporation, and this was leading up to the year 2000. And you know what? It was then I decided I actually want to go into fitness, health and fitness full time. Went into health and fitness full time. Gave up on the old. I've never looked back.
Yeah, and this is a massive change, because you move from a job that is very, kind of beneficial. Everyone appreciates it, and it's very financially secure, into moving into this and following, pursuing your passion. And this is a massive change, and this is a massive sign of confidence as well, that not too many people have it, to take this leap of faith, I would say. So you made this massive change from a fitness, from a financial job into investment banking job into personal training, coaching, education, right?
Yeah. And we were overcoming these fears in order to take to pursue other things. Yeah.
So you overcame all the fears, and what triggered you to move into personal training?
I think you have to go and follow your passion, and that's where I was happiest. It's where I felt more at home. It's where I was at ease. Despite all the other jobs that you have, and they're all very sort of sit-down jobs. It's not the same. It's a skill, and I was always drawn to it. It's where I was at my happiest. And if it's one thing that I will say to people, in order to find your passion, you have to decipher what makes you happy. Okay?
Exactly.
Make you happy, and then take it from there.
I cannot agree more with that. I decided that when I was 23 and I was working, I was having a marketing job, and then I was like,
Yeah,
this doesn't make me happy. It's not what I want to do, so I'll just do whatever, yeah, it fires my
yeah.
soul and makes me
So
fulfilled.
important. It's so important because, I mean, yeah, of course, it's scary and you need confidence in order to do it. This is one of the reasons why it's important throughout whatever journey it is that you're taking to
Mm.
surround yourself with people, like-minded people. Those are the people that are going to propel you and help you build confidence too.
And I suppose you always had this type of people in your life that kind of supported you, and you had your
Yeah,
kind of circle of trust.
yeah, but you know what? As when you're young as well, and as you're growing, you kind of still, you're open, you're a little bit more gullible. But as you get
Hmm.
older, what I will tell you is that you start to decipher who's good and who's not. And I'm at a place in the stage of my life that I only keep people who set my soul on fire. Only people I want to keep those people around me. People
That's
who
awesome.
inspire me. People
That's
who make
awesome.
me, yeah, who make me feel alive.
And
And
another sign of confidence. This is another sign of confidence because we're just discovering as we go through the journey, discovering them one by one. That's
it's
great, Michelle. Thank you all for watching ProBody Talks. We will be bringing you more guests in my upcoming episodes. Great inspirational human beings, so stay tuned. We have a lot of valuable information that I hope will inspire you all. In the meantime, you can support us by subscribing to my Patreon account. Thank you and goodbye, everyone.